takes their children to school and cannot afford a whole month.
It was former KASS FM radio presenter Joshua Arap Sang's day to give his side of the story, a day after the prosecution accused him of being the voice that publicized schemes to attack and evict PNU supporters from the Rift Valley following the disputed 2007 presidential polls. Sang sought to show his humility and wondered how, as a father and as a husband, he would have instigated violence when his family was living in the middle of the said violence areas.
Mr. President, Your Honors, I was in Nairobi, and this is where KASS is located. My family, my young family, was in Eldoret by then. My wife, my 3-year child, my 5-month-old child were in Eldoret. And here, a foolish Arab sang, according to the prosecution, directing attacks on Kikuyus, Kisis, and Kambas, as they say, at the heart of Eldoret, where my wife is, and more so, living in a Kikuyu house. Would I be that so silly, so stupid, not to be concerned about my family?
Sang told the court it could not have been possible that security agents failed to arrest him, as he allegedly had all the freedom to incite his listeners live on radio.
If surely this shortest journalist in Kenya, do you think that government, with all functional system, would have stood Arab Sang being on air, as the prosecution says, on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of January 2008, instructing, directing, and coordinating attacks? Would the government have waited for me while they could have raided a station on suspicion? And here, somebody saying it on air, 4 days, according to them. The government just was so lenient to me. I was too short to be noticed by law.
Sang's lawyer, Katwa Kigen, told the court materials disclosed so far did not prove the allegations made against his client.
When the prosecutor landed in Kenya to conduct the investigation, his predecessor came into contact with some Kenyan political brokers, civil societies, civil societies, and some ethnic-minded individuals who wished to use the ICC to shape Kenya's political future. The people the prosecution met were opportunists and who seized the chance to use ICC process for their own purposes.
Kigen played audio recordings of his client preaching peace during the alleged period of incitement to disapprove the prosecution.
The defense admits that while there may have been political reasons for targeting Mr. Ruto in case 1 and Mr. Kenyatta in case 2, Sang was the unfortunate victim of unfortunate collateral damage. The prosecution needed an even number on both sides in case 1 and 2. And being a popular presenter at KASS FM, a major Kalenjin radio station, the prosecutor pointed out in our opening address, Mr. Sang was so unlucky as to become the 3rd suspect on the Kalenjin side.
Kigen said the case against his client was empty. There was no material against Sang and his integrity was intact.
It becomes very clear and apparent that what is on trial are not individuals. It is actually a community and its culture.
Counsel for Mr. Sang says that the prosecution's case is about an indictment of the Kalenjin people and the Kalenjin tradition. Again, that is manifestly not our case. We say that Mr. Ruto and his network, including elders in the Kalenjin tradition, have in the Kalenjin ethnic group, hijacked those traditions, hijacked those oathing and circumcision ceremonies, venerable ceremonies, in order to advance their own political ends.
All rise. Veuillez vous lever.
At the end of the opening statements, the proceedings could not proceed as the first prosecution witness had not yet arrived in The Hague. The hearing was adjourned to Tuesday as Monday is a public holiday in the Netherlands. Alex Chamwada for Citizen Live at 9.